Right, good evening. Yeah, technical difficulties, exactly. I don't know what the software did, but
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the other side.
technical
and I hope
difficulties,
everybody's
exactly.
going over now. I don't know what the
Right,
software
good
did,
evening.
but
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the
real
other
quick,
side.
technical
and I hope
difficulties,
everybody's
exactly.
going over now. I don't know what the
Right,
software did, but
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the
real
other
quick,
side.
technical
and I hope
difficulties,
everybody's
exactly.
going over now. I don't know what the software did, but
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the other side. and I hope
difficulties,
everybody's
exactly.
going over now. I don't know what the software did.
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the other side.
technical
but I hope
difficulties,
everybody's
exactly.
going
Right,
over
we got
now.
the left
I
hand
don't know
related.
what the software did.
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the other side.
technical
but I hope
difficulties.
everybody's going
Right,
over
we got
now.
the left
I
hand
don't know
related.
what the software did.
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the other side.
technical
but I hope
difficulties.
everybody's going
Right,
over
we got
now.
the left
I
hand
don't know
related.
what the software did.
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the other side.
technical
but I hope
difficulties.
everybody's going
Right,
over
we got
now.
the left
I
hand
don't know
related.
what the software did.
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the other side.
technical
but
difficulties.
it was exactly
Right, we got the left
I
hand
don't know
related.
what the software did.
Yeah,
it didn't want to stream on the other side.
Just give me a second. Why is the audio on a loop? Can you see me now? Ah, okay. There we go. Okay, we're live. Damn, so many of you. That's crazy. Thank you very much all for showing up. It's my first live stream, so yeah, I hope this is gonna be stable, and we're all gonna have fun tonight. And yeah, the Lab Padre stream is already live, and Tim Dodd had some problems, but it seems to be fixed now. So let me see if he's doing something. Yep, looks good. We're gonna keep these two streams running, and yeah, this is it. I'm still super excited that you all came here to watch my first live stream. It's just crazy. It's amazing. Thank you very, very much. All right, let me see if I can get some reading in the chat going. Nice. So the audio is good and the picture is good. Okay? Somebody give me an okay. It's 2 a.m. over there. Yeah. It's 10 p.m. over here. So it's, yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay, everything's good. We did it. Alive. I got headphones here, so if anything comes up on the streams, I'll put these on. But other than that, yeah, thank you. I got it. Very nice. Very cool. All right. Yeah, it's past 10 over here, and I stayed up very late last night. As you all probably know, the last hopper test got scrubbed, and that was like 2 in the morning over here. I waited with my wife actually, and my 2-year-old son actually stayed up with us until, I don't know, 11 or something, because he found that so interesting. And yeah, it was exciting, and I hope we're gonna see actually some action tonight, not just rainbirds going. But yeah, if you got any questions, I'm gonna try reading this. It's going insanely quick already, so bear with me. Like I said, it's the first time, but it's amazing that so many showed up. It's just crazy. It's like 200 people watching the Starhopper hop with me, and it's just awesome. Roads are closed. Pad is clear. Next thing is gonna happen is fueling, and then we should see some venting, and then we should see the flare, but you probably all know that anyway. And then we should see it fly if the wire holds tonight. Last night there was an igniter problem, Elon tweeted that, yeah, that it was just a stupid wire. And I guess they got that fixed tonight, and yep, we should be able to see it fly. No, I wouldn't. Another space nut. I've got 3 kids. I would do a trip around the moon, though. Definitely. Like 1 or 2 weeks just to see the moon up close would be fine, but going to Mars would be, yeah, that would be probably a trip for at least 2 years, because the launch window is only every 2 years, and I wouldn't want to do that. Also, I love Earth very much. I'm gonna check if the other stream is still, yeah. Let me just put a link in there again for everybody to see. All right. How do I turn the other stream off? Another good question. I don't want to turn this stream off. I just want to turn the other stream off. Probably in here. Let me check. There we go. Should see 2 live streams in here now. Yeah, that one's live, and that one is still waiting. Yeah, that should be it. I'm gonna put that to not listed, at least. That should do the trick. Hopefully. We'll see. All right. Yep, Hoppy's gonna hop. You're gonna retraining to help with a Mars colony? What do you mean with that? Hello from Germany, by the way, to Israel. That's crazy where you all come from. It's crazy. Scotland. Cologne! That's basically neighbors. Very nice. It's just crazy. It says comparable to the first time I recorded a video, actually. I sat in front of the camera for 3 months or so because I was too afraid to put a video up online on YouTube. And this was basically the same thing. I sat in front of the camera, all these nice opportunities. SCP-2, for example, would have been great to stream that live, but I did a good summary on it, at least. And this is the same thing. Yeah, I'm from Germany, Arizona TV. I'm from Germany, Austria, Ottawa, Florida. It's really nice. Just to give you some numbers, about 35% of my viewers are from the United States. I've got family over there in Milwaukee and New York. That's why my German accent is very little, but it's still there, I know. But that's okay, I'm German, so... Slovenia, Slovakia. Very nice, very nice. Hawaii, woo, I've never been to Hawaii. Iceland, Barcelona, it's just crazy. New York, my brother is from New York, from Binghamton, New York, by the way. That's a small city, close to New York City. Mainz, very nice. Greece, it's just crazy. Thank you very much, everybody, for showing up. It's just awesome. All right, let me see if I can do something actually with the time. What I thought I could do tonight was, let me bring that up again. So, for those who didn't watch last night because it was too late or you didn't have any time or whatever, I've actually recorded this last night and I wanted to make an episode out of it and then it didn't hop. So let me just replay this real quick for you. Turn down the volume a little bit. If the volume, by the way, is too loud or anything, let me just check something. Right now you're just hearing my voice. Oh, there we go, that was wrong. And this is muted, so this should do the trick. And if I put this up here and I
turn on this little button here. This
big, huge control surfaces, big, huge aerodynamic surfaces are in front of the vehicle. I know that, trust me, I know Kerbal Space Program is not big, huge control analog for rocket engineering, but space. I know that, trust me, I know Kerbal Space Program is not big, huge control analog for rocket engineering, but space. I know that, trust me, I know Kerbal Space Program is not big, huge control analog for rocket engineering, but space. I know that, trust me, I know Kerbal.
Let me check that again. Wait a second. He shouldn't be talking. Why is he talking? Let me check something else. Oh, because I got him up here again, I think. Let me see. No, I don't. Yeah, I got to mute him, but how? He is muted. Why is he still talking? He should be talking. Tim, stop it. Don't talk. Alright, let me pause this real quick. Let me see if that fixes the trick. Let me see. Don't talk. He's still talking? Alright, let me pause this real quick.
He's still talking?
Let me see if that fixes the trick. Let me see. Don't talk. He's still talking? Alright, let me pause this.
No, he's not
talking.
He's still talking.
That fixes it.
Very good. All right, at least we got that.
All right, so like I said, I got the recording from
yesterday. Very good.
And it's
all right, at least we got that.
All right, so like I said, I got the recording from yesterday that the igniter had a.
All right, at least we got that. Basically.
All right, so like I said, I got the recording from yesterday that the igniter had a.
All right, at least we got that. Basically.
All right, so like I said, I got the recording from yesterday that the igniter had a.
At least why we're all super excited.
So like I said, I got going and everything was fine, and then like
at least why we're all super excited.
So like I said, I got going and everything was fine, and then like
at least why we're all tense of a second.
So like I said, I got going and everything was fine, and then like
at least why we're all tense of a second.
So like I said, I got going and everything was fine, and then like
at least why
let me. That should be better now. I'm really sorry. It's the first time I'm trying to get a hang of that stupid software, and I totally don't know why this is doing it. Anyway, let me check this real quick again. I'm gonna get this right, just for you guys. All right, this was the problem. This should be better now. Yeah. All right. I think I got it fixed. Let me turn that back on again. There you go. It's all quiet. Nice. And if I turn on this video here, it should be just going smoothly. Nice. If I turn this up, will it display the... It won't. But you can still hear me and there's no loop. Okay, that is good. We got that solved. But other than that, I would like to have that. Oh, this is just amazing. Okay, that's the moment I was talking about. And there we go. Nothing happened. Just a puff of white oxidizer, I guess. And that was it. We had the gimbal check. And nothing. There we go. Just a puff. So tonight, I hope we're going to see more than that. And let me just bring the live stream back up. Set that to live. No, I don't want any. No, I don't want a commercial. I want this to be live. There we go. There we go. Right, so far nothing. Some more questions would be good. Yeah, that's from yesterday. I know, Kabir. I just showed you because that's what happened yesterday, and there might be people who didn't watch this, and who might want to see it again.
As
that's
I
why
said
I did
earlier,
it. So,
for those of you who may not have heard this, if you have questions and anything that you want to know about, please drop your questions into the live chat, and we'll be
I got.
We've got so many folks that are experts in so many fields that they'd be more than happy to get an answer for you. And we love to have your questions.
Is the audio good? Is it you hearing Tim again?
This is an educational place for all of us.
You're hearing the pad stream right now. This is just crazy.
And we love to.
There we go. That's better. All right, bear with me. That's gonna do the trick. All right, I'm gonna put this to full screen just for a while. There we go. Got that prepared. It works. Very nice. And the wind gusts are still there, which hopefully is not going to cause a problem. But it should be okay. Let me check something real quick on the local weather website if that wind gust problem is fixed by now. It is still there. Should be better around 10 local time. That's going to be a little late. It still says for 4 p.m. it still says 29 kilometers per hour. That is roughly 20 miles per hour. And then at 7 p.m. it's going down. So we'll see about that. But Elon already said that it can launch in a hurricane, so we'll see about that. I will go to the SpaceX feed, yes, as soon as it's live. If anybody has, let me put that up. I had that prepared here too, but there's nothing there yet. So, but as soon as the SpaceX stream goes live, I'll put that on screen, of course, because that's gonna be probably the best picture that we can get tonight as yesterday, but hopefully there's going to be more happening tonight. So we'll see about that. There's nothing there yet, though. So, yeah, that's that. We'll keep the Lab Padre stream up for the time being, because it's actually a better picture quality than Everyday Astronauts, because he is further away. And as you can see, yep, this one's better. So we're going to keep that up. And we'll see what's happening. I do not have any information about a BFR factory in LA. What do you mean? Nice. Good to hear that Dragon just arrived home. That was at the coast of California, right? Like 300 miles off the coast of California. I saw the undocking today with the Canadarm, because yeah, it's always a sight to see when something docks or leaves the ISS. It's always amazing to see. 1700 CST. That would be in 1.5 hours. It's not that far out. That would be good. Would give us some time after the hop, basically. Yeah, it just landed a few minutes ago. That's very, very nice. Good to hear. Also brought down some science with it, and it's always good to hear that it came down safely. Oh, Mario. Good evening. Nice to see you. Oh, to make it easy for me, if you have questions, just put an "what about it" in it, because I see that orange block, and then I know that it is a question. That would make it much easier, because I've got so many things to do right now. It's all new, and as you've seen, I'm having some trouble with the software, but we've got it stable now, so that should do the trick. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, what's the drone ship doing there anyway? I heard that it is traveling over there, but why is it going? Is this maintenance, or does anybody have information about that? It's pretty interesting. I'm not Spanish, no. They should, Akai, they should be, theoretically, they should be the same. They are using different methods of constructing them, so there could be differences, but stats-wise, it should actually be the same. Both are gonna have three Raptors, sorry, and both should weigh roughly the same, so they should have the same abilities, and they are theoretically SSTO. That's single stage to orbit for anybody who doesn't know what that means. That basically means you don't need a booster to reach orbit. It's just the Starship traveling to orbit. But if you do it with Starship, you'll be in orbit without fuel. You won't be able to bring any payload up because you'll need all the fuel to lift up Starship into orbit, and then you're stuck in orbit. You can't re-enter. So it's just a theoretical SSTO. Basically, it would be stupid to do it, and I'm pretty sure Elon is not gonna do it. I'm pretty sure the first orbital flights will be with a super heavy, which is already under construction. So, and should be finished in about 2 months, maybe 3. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Basically, it's Elon time, so you never know. There's a lot of orange blocks now. Let me read this. Wait a second. Starlink launches. Yeah, there are going to be, I think, 2 more Starlink launches this year. Both are probably going to be the same as the last one, so it's going to be 60 satellites into orbit on a single rocket, which is amazing in my opinion. It's just crazy how he does the separation with them just stacked, and then it's just crazy. It's typical SpaceX, and they do it differently, and they always seem to succeed. It's just awesome. I saw the redocking. It was spectacular. I thought when I first heard that there were problems with it. It's always a problem if you have an unmanned craft and you have a problem with it because you don't have people in it that can actually fix something or do something different than a computer would. But they luckily, pulled a trick out of their sleeves and still did it, which is really good. Yep, no more Vandenberg launches. Vandenberg is a launch site that is very little. That has very little launches anyway. So it's very rare to see the rockets go out of the fog in Vandenberg. One second. All right, we're back. All right, we're back. That was just my wife, by the way, and she's trying to moderate, so we're a 2-people team here tonight. If you see Split Second Mom, that's her name on the chat. Let me read again. Yeah, exactly. There are many calculations about Elon time out there, and I wouldn't bet on anything being accurate there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's just very optimistic. His thinking is very optimistic. But I think that's one of the reasons why he tries these things, why he does it always a bit different than anybody else. If you're not that optimistic, you stick to the rules, and sticking to the rules basically kept us at us. It literally stopped progress for the last, I don't know, 35 years roughly. So it's a good thing that Elon is that optimistic, in my opinion, definitely. Right now I'm good with the mods, but we're already approaching 380 viewers again. If that chat roll is starting to go crazy like with Tim Dodds, we might need more moderators, but right now we're good. Thank you. I keep it in mind though. It could be that the camera doesn't catch the hopper, but we got more streams. It's probably going to be SpaceX's stream going live like 10 minutes before the launch, and it's going to be Tim Dodd who will track like he wanted to do yesterday, and if he doesn't have any technical problems today,
and I really hope he's not, because he's doing a brilliant job, and he's been sitting in a hotel room for over a week now, and almost 2 weeks actually, and it's just crazy in the heat and everything. And then like 10 minutes before launch, your camera overheats. It's just a pity. So I'm crossing my fingers for Tim right now. He's a good guy, definitely. Oh wow, we got our first. Is that the first? I guess it is. We got our first super chat. Thank you very much, Marcel Canon. I hope I butchered that name. Or butchered. There we go. I even butchered the butcher. Greetings from Holland. Very nice. Thank you very much. I'm not a pilot. I'm a pilot. But I'm not a. I don't work as a pilot. I am an ultralight pilot. I love paramotoring. Do you know what paramotoring is? I actually have videos of it on my channel. At least I think 2 or something like that, where you can see me fly. And in Germany, you need a full pilot's license for that. So I know all the stuff about the NOTAMs and about the FAA and all that kind of stuff. So that helps with the Starhopper, actually. But I've never been an airline pilot. So I'm just a recreational pilot, basically. I've flown airplanes as well, but just very little. I like being in the open, basically. It's a feeling you don't get with any other aircraft. It's just if you're flying through a cloud with a paramotor, you can touch the cloud, and that's just awesome. I love it. So that's that. Yeah, I'm trying to Google how to delete my. You're keeping me busy. Wait a second. So that's the old one. Let me just check that real quick. It shouldn't even be. I can set it to private, I guess. There we go. It doesn't have any viewers anymore, though, so everybody made it over, which is a good thing. So this should be the only live stream that you can see right now. Can you check? Can you check real quick if you can see the other live stream? It should be gone. Just refresh the page and it should be gone. Yeah, Kevin does. I actually wrote an email to him telling him that if he's got any questions and if he needs any help with equipment and stuff like that, he should write back. But he never did, basically because probably he's just too busy, and maybe I'm too small, could be. But I'm getting bigger, so maybe one day he'll write back. And yeah, he's just started. I've been a paramotor pilot for I don't know, 5 years now. So I've got my flight hours, and last year I was very, very actively flying, but yeah, this year was just very, very busy. Let me just read this real quick. Yeah, hi Nico, very nice. Yeah, you're very, very welcome. Palstra Nebula. Yeah, you're very, very welcome. It's like everybody thanking me for the videos. It's just, it is a hobby I turned into a profession, and that's the best thing that can happen to you, basically. So, it's amazing. I love it, and I'm still baffled by the growth. It's just crazy how big the channel has grown in the last few weeks, and very nice. Yeah, I've been a subscriber of Clouddicker since he had, like, I don't know, 1,000 subscribers or so. So I've seen him grow as well, and he's doing a good job, definitely. I like his style, and he's doing it the quicker way, basically. So he's just punching out those news. I like to flesh it out with a little bit more detail, but everything's got its right, and everything's good, and every channel talking about space is a good channel, in my opinion, because it's just amazing to me that it's 100 kilometers away from us. It's very close by, and you don't even learn that much in school about it, which is crazy in my opinion. You just learn that there's a sun and there's a few planets, and that's basically it. In my opinion, astronomy should be a class in every school, and it isn't. So, yeah, I love every YouTube channel that does space stuff, because it needs to be spread, and people need to be educated about it.
Let me check something real quick. 1 second. I'll be right with you. I've got to check the Twitter, see if something happened there. So nothing right now. Did Elon tweet something? He did. What did he tweet? All right, nothing important. Yeah, the crew arm. That is amazing. Have you guys seen this? I'll just pull this over here real quick. Let me see if I can do that. It should work like this. This is the crew arm that the astronauts are gonna walk through when they enter the Starship, which is just even that he does it differently than others. Is for NASA is just this girder structure, very rough and rudimentary, and Elon has this. I mean, it's just awesome. I love the SpaceX style. Basically, I did an episode about it recently, about the spacesuits. Everything SpaceX touches, they try to make it look good and make it awesome, which is really, really great and needed, in my opinion, because it puts more interest in it, which is a good thing, in my opinion. All right, let me close that again. Or actually, there we go. That should do the trick. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I think so too. He's definitely gonna another space nut. He's definitely gonna do space tourism, but later on, I think. His now what was that mission called? The moon mission. It had that special title. I did an episode about it. I can't remember it right now, but that's going to be with the artists flying out on the moon. But I think the space tourism thing is going to come later. And even if that Dear Moon, that was exactly, there you write it, Dear Moon. If it's going to happen, I'm not too sure if it's going to happen, but if it'll happen, that's something like space tourism. But I think the real space tourism with hotels and people having recreational trips around the moon and stuff like that is going to happen later. Because first you got to get the Starship, like you got to certify it. You got to make sure it doesn't crash. Because if it does, with like, imagine a Starship crashing with 50 people on board or something, tourists, that would be a disaster for SpaceX. So they're going to make sure that thing works before they do any space tourism with it. Astronauts will come before that, of course, because they are taking the risk, which is a good thing. And let's be happy that there are people that are actually willing to take these risks. But the space tourism will come later, I'm pretty sure. Clouds are cold. Clouds form because of cold air. The warm air goes up and it goes into the next layer of air, which is crazy. That's the first thing I noticed when I did my first few flights, is that on the ground you can have like 25 degrees Celsius, and then you go like 200, 300 meters up, and it instantly starts to get cold at one point, and that's the different layers of air, and that's why the clouds form. So most clouds are pretty cold. They will, Connor. They will definitely do hop tests with a booster, with a super heavy. That's the only way how you can do it. So we'll see it being constructed same way as the Starship, and then they'll mount a lot of engines under it, and then we'll see if it flies, basically. It's going to have a lot of similar tech to the Falcon 9, though. I'm pretty sure they're going to use the same grid fin technology. So I don't think it's going to be that difficult. There are that many people out there saying that they are never going to build the Super Heavy by the end of the year. But it's not that much different than a Falcon 9, in my opinion. It's got the same grid fin technology. It's got a lot more engines, that's true, and the Raptor engine needs to be developed more, but other than that, it's basically the same thing. So
avionics should be the same. The tank structure is very, very simple, as always, on a booster rocket, so could work out. We'll see. It's going to be very exciting to see. That's for sure. Oh, and we got another Jens Lehmann. Very nice. Thank you very much. Flugbier. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you. Nothing more happening right now, right? Let me hear into that real quick. Nope. We're going to have sirens again 10 minutes before the test occurs, like yesterday. So that's going to be a heads up. But other than that, it's just waiting, basically. Constantly checking their Twitters, see if they post links to streams and stuff like that. But other than that, it's just waiting time right now. There we go. Nothing new. Good splashdown, but that's it. And local time right now is almost 4 p.m. So the window starts at 4 p.m. And if they launch right then, but they won't because they haven't even started fueling. There should be venting and stuff like that going on. So it's at least another hour until we see that thing fly. You can roughly say when they start fueling and when you see venting going on, and venting comes about half an hour before the flight, and fueling starts an hour before. But that's all very rough estimates, so we're still a bit off. And it's going to be a test stand, right? That's what I thought. I mean, it's good to see that they're gonna have use for it still, but I would have loved it to be on display. Actually, really, it's become a mascot of the whole thing. Basically, people are giving it nicknames, and it's a pity, in my opinion, that they're turning it into a test stand. And then if you keep the personalized object thing, I mean, they're gonna tether it to the ground and make it fire engines, and it's never gonna hop. So poor little hoppy, but we'll see what they do with it. I would have loved it to be on display, that's for sure. Just put it somewhere on the side of the construction site and put a nice plate on it or something and put it on display for people to see. That would have been nice, definitely. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Yeah, it's 300 bar, Capcom. I think Elon even said they're gonna reach higher, but it's a prototype, so we'll see and wait how high he can get it. Basically, it's got an insane specific impulse already. It's almost at maximum for a methane engine already. So they have to get redundancy in. They have to get it work stable all the time. Basically, that's the most important thing right now. Because if you want to launch a super heavy with it with many engines under it, you don't want to have half of them failing, and that's the biggest concern right now. Basically, to get these prototypes so they don't fail, no ignition problems like we had with Starhopper. That would be really bad, especially on a re-entry burn or something like that. That would be really, really bad. So that's the next step, is to get it to work all the time, basically. The original plan, Daniel, the original plan for the Boca Chica facility was to turn it into a spaceport. The recent FAA problems, though, have made me think it might be too close to the people. I don't know. If it's not, they're definitely going to use the land. They put a lot of work in it, and so they're going to use it if they can. But who knows? And it's also a race between the two teams in Coco and Boca Chica. And whatever team wins this race will maybe decide where the starships are going to be built in the future. So we don't know yet. But if there is any possibility, I'm pretty sure they're going to launch from Boca Chica, because it's a good place. It's close to the equator, like Florida. It's remote. It's got all it needs. So why not, basically? No, I don't think so. Savage ESCF. I don't think they're gonna test every engine, because at a certain point, you're far enough into development so that you're just gonna test it after production on the test stand in Hawthorne, basically, and then you just deliver it. But they're gonna do local testing. Otherwise, Elon wouldn't have said they're gonna use the Starhopper for the testing. But they're not gonna do static fires on it, like test every engine on a test stand and then put it into a super heavy. That would be kind of strange. I don't know. Maybe in the beginning, could be. Yeah, the insurance will be a problem. They are streamlining the process right now, so they have to only obtain a license for a launch site. So you basically just obtain one launch license for the super heavy for one site to launch, and then you just notify them that you're gonna launch, so you don't have to get that FAA approval every time, which is ridiculous in my opinion. But it's necessary. Don't get me wrong, safety first. But you got to streamline that. And that's why I meant that maybe Boca Chica is not going to be the place. It could actually be, because if it's too close to the people and they get trouble every time, which is understandable if it's too close to the people, we'll see. We'll figure it out. Lox Farms Wenting. Yep, very nice. Let me check. That should be on the side here. Let me real quick. Is the other camera pointed at it as well, or is it still? No, it's still at the Starship construction site. I wish sometimes that Lab Padre would get rid of these big widgets on the side. They're a bit cluttering the stream, but we'll manage, as always. What's Everyday Astronaut doing? And he's still very blurry. Very blurry. Yep. Oh, there we go. This is a little bit better. Where do you see the venting? I don't see any venting. Should be on the side there, next to the... I don't see any venting. Where's the venting? Oh well, we'll see it. Switch to the Padre stream again, because that picture is just so much better. Even though the camera is worse, it's just a better site to put the camera, I guess. It's clearer. Much clearer, actually. All right. We got super chats. Wow. Thank you, Morton. Thank you very, very, very much. Much appreciated. That is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm putting a lot of efforts in my videos. Trust me, it's 20 to 30 hours of work each episode, and my wife is actually helping me. She's become a really good editor recently. No, I don't wear a Kurzgesagt t-shirt. It's NASA with Van Gogh in the background. The Starry Night. Love the t-shirt. Got it like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. And I like it. You always see these standard NASA t-shirts, and I like this one. Fixes Sapphire? What do you mean? Yeah, between the orange stuff and the dig, exactly. I know it's on the side, but I didn't see anything. So I was searching, but I still don't see it. I don't see any venting. But it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. We're definitely gonna see venting tonight. I hope we're seeing more than the venting, but we're gonna see that for sure. Otherwise, they wouldn't have closed the roads and everything. So it's something's gonna happen tonight. We're just gonna have to cross our fingers that it's actually gonna hop tonight, which would be awesome, definitely. Fueling has started. Thank you. $5 miles away. I've never seen that. Where is it? Is it down right now, the other camera? I've never seen that. That would be awesome. It's going to be so exciting too. I love Lab Padre, by the way. The guy is doing a brilliant job giving us this 24-hour live stream, basically, of everything that's going on there. It's just crazy how openly SpaceX is doing this. It always amazes me. I mean, imagine somebody putting up a live stream camera at a ULA manufacturing building. They will probably ask him to put it down, and SpaceX just lets us do this, which is really, really awesome. T-1, yeah, hopefully. Last night it was later. It was more like 1 in the morning for me, so that's another 2 hours. But yeah, 1 hour would be good. I'd still be awake by then. The Sapphire Condominium. Okay. Condominium. That could be a blooper. .5 is far away if you have atmospheric distortion. But if it's on a mast, it's a good thing, definitely, because you get an elevated view, which we don't have right now. Unless somebody flies a drone or an airplane over it, which Lab Padre also did, which I loved. He just chartered an airplane, and the video wasn't that good, but it was amazing. I would have done it too. Definitely can understand why he did it. Yeah, it's amazing. 500 people. Thank you very much, everybody. By the way, if you don't mind, hit the like button, because it might put us on the trending tab, and then we might hit 1,000 tonight, which would be amazing for my first live stream. It's just, the whole YouTube thing is still amazing to me. It's been going on for what, 14 weeks now, and the first month, it took me a whole month to get 100 subscribers, and then it just went up. I must be doing something right here, which is awesome. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Yeah, the Netherlands are pretty small. I love the Netherlands, though. Been there many times, especially at the coast. Amsterdam, I had relatives living in Amsterdam, actually. A very, very old lady that died at the age of 99, by the way, which is awesome. I mean, not that she died, but that she got that old. It's been a few years now, so... but she lived in Amsterdam, and it's a beautiful city. I love it. Yeah, thank you very much for sharing the link. Oh my God. Matthew, good evening. Thanks for joining. Very nice. Smash that like button, exactly. The more likes we get, the higher we get in the trending tab, and the more people can find the stream, which is a good thing. Still no venting so far. Nothing I can see, at least. This is not whiskey, by the way. It's good old... Is that something you have in other countries? Oh no. Yeah, well, you have ginger ale. Of course, it's ginger ale. Of course you have ginger ale. There's nothing going on yet. Let me check. The wind is going down, which is a good thing. Very nice. Let's check that weather webpage again, because that could be something that keeps us from seeing a hop tonight, but it is going down. Yep. Already went down by 5 miles, which is a good thing. Normally wind goes down in the evening, as every pilot knows. So we should get that launch window tonight. I don't think that wind is gonna cause any trouble, which is good. I will remember. I remember most people that frequently show up in the comment section on videos and everything like that, because I love chatting with you guys. As you might have noticed, I'm very active in the comment sections of every video, and also on the Discord channel. If you are a patron, I'm there almost every day doing episodes and stuff like that, and doing research with people. We're planning a collaboration right now with another channel, by the way, which is going to be an awesome thing because it's a really, really nice channel. And I've got other stuff in the works right now too. So we're planning all kinds of stuff in that Discord channel, and everybody's very nice there. And yeah, I'm very busy doing episodes, so I'm online almost every day basically. My children are 6 and just went 5 and almost 2. So my oldest son just had his first 2 weeks of school, and my daughter is in the middle. She's 5, and then I have another son who's almost 2 and is gonna go to kindergarten very soon, and he's very much looking forward to it. And I have trouble reading the chat because it's so fast. And I can't imagine how crazy that's going to be if there's even more people showing up. I don't even know how Tim Dodd does it every time. It's like, I don't know how he reads that stuff. Sydney, Australia. Very nice. Hello from Germany. Oh, thank you very much for the super chat, Mac. Very nice. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Yep. I'm going to have trouble, by the way, doing the Thursday episode because I'm doing this live stream stuff, and it was like a day of preparations for this because as you might have noticed when you first I had the wrong stream set up, and then I had audio problems, and now it's working, and I'm just really happy that it is. But next time it's going to probably be much smoother than this was, but that's how it goes. If you could see what I'm seeing here, it's all these widgets and gadgets going on the screen. I'm pretty good with that stuff normally, but it was a very, very short decision. I had the decision yesterday to do that live stream today, so that was very, very little preparation time, and I'm happy it turned out to be as stable as it is. But it's working. It's working. Yeah, my kids are actually all loving space by now because I'm doing so much about space, and they see on my PC every time I'm editing episodes and stuff like that, and they're always like, "Oh, look at the rockets," and it's awesome to see them being interested in it. Definitely. Brisbane, Australia. I've never been to Australia, by the way, and I love to go there. That's a blank spot on my traveling map. And I'm definitely going to visit Australia one day. And hopefully New Zealand to go to Rocket Lab. That would be awesome. Because they seem to be very, very open to people wanting to visit their facilities. And I might ask them in advance and see if I can get a tour and do an episode about it. That would be nice. But next year, the first thing next year I'm going to do for traveling on the channel. Next year I'm going to go to the States, visit Kennedy Space Center, hopefully catch a launch. And probably not gonna cover it live, but I'm gonna go there. It's actually gonna be the first time I'm watching a rocket launch live. I've never seen one live, and I just gotta see it. I've wanted for, I don't know, 20 years now, and I've never done it, and I'm definitely gonna do it. So that's up for next year, summer next year. Thank you very much. Paul, thank you very much. I'm using OBS. Yes. Do you know OBS? I don't. I just found it yesterday researching a little bit, and I saw that it has pretty good, easy integration into YouTube. And so I started using that. I don't know if I'm going to switch to anything else, but right now it's working. So it's all good. I know. You see the guy in the back? Right now, the light, it's actually over there. It's funny. The picture is here, and the light is over there, and it's covering the Doctor Strange, but there's a Doctor Strange picture. I was at Gamescom last week, if anybody knows it. It's a big computer game celebration here in Germany. And I saw there's this one mess hall that is, no, it's not a mess hall, an exhibition hall, there you go. And there's one floor of it is completely covered with merchandise. And I saw the guy and I had to buy it because I get so many comments about it. Yeah, that's what I read, exactly. OBS is the standard, and that was basically my cat opening up the door. Come here. Want to be seen by I don't know how many people. This is my cat, by the way. She always watches me when I do episodes, and she's keeping me warm. And she's always with me in the studio, by the way. Like, really, every time you see a video of me on YouTube, you can basically expect that the cat was sitting somewhere around outside of the camera view. It's always here. It's the gold standard, yeah, but I gotta figure out how the gold standard works. So, but it's working. It's working. I'm happy about it. Nice. This year, actually, the British YouTuber. They have a creator space, and I would have, if I would have went there in advance. I asked them at the door if my channel was big enough, and they would have let me into the creators launch, but I didn't tell them in advance. You got to tell them who you are and what your channel is, and they give you permission to join the creators launch and whatever. I wasn't that interested in it, actually. I was just asking the woman at the door, could I get in? And she was like, yeah, you could, but you gotta ask us in advance. And I was like, thank you. But Gamescom's always fun. It's huge, and if you like computer games, which I do, it's a nice place to go, definitely. Yep, I'm working on it, and it's besides the audio problem in the beginning, which was just because I have so many tabs open here on my browser, and it was transmitting stuff from a tab that I didn't find, and other than that, everything's fine with the OBS. A lot of interest in meteorology because I'm a pilot and I learned meteorology before to get my pilot's license. Before, I always saw the clouds move in and out, and that's basically it. And sometimes there's wind, and sometimes you have thunderstorms, but not much more. And when I did the meteorology class on the pilot's license, my mind was blown how it actually works. It's crazy, and it's very, very interesting. Yes. Crazy. He snuck in after the hall closed. Okay, tough guy. Don't let him catch you. No, I didn't catch the concert because I was there with a friend of mine and we had 5 children with us because he has 4 and there was another child, a friend of one of his sons. And so we went there with a big van with the 5 kids in the back, and they separated, but we had to get them home at 6 or something, and we couldn't visit the concerts. But I know concerts are going on. I live next to Nürburgring, if that means something to you. If you're into racing at all, you might know it. The Green Hell. And so I've got concerts right next door all year around if I want to, because it's a big festival ground as well. So I'm covered with concerts here. Oh, the biggest challenge to... Oh, wait a second. There's more up there. 1 second. I'm gonna answer you. I just gotta read this. Thank you very much. Okay. The most difficult thing about living on Mars is living on Mars. It is very hostile there. The ground is toxic. There is no atmosphere. The low gravity over time gets to you, and it's just hostile. I wouldn't want to live on Mars. If I had no kids and nothing, no
bounds here on Earth, maybe I would go visit, but I wouldn't want to stay, actually. The people that will live on Mars, the first generation to one day live on Mars, will have a very, very tough time. So everything is a difficulty on Mars. You're very isolated. If anything happens, you have to have it with you. You have to have all the specialists. If somebody gets sick or needs surgery or whatever, you're pretty much busted on Mars if you don't have the stuff with you, because it's a half-a-year trip time. So Mars is going to be tough for the first generation, that's for sure. Yeah, Rock am Ring, exactly. That's the stuff. And it's so close that I can actually hear it when Rock am Ring is going on. I just have to open up the window, and in the distance I can hear the concerts going on. So I'm very close. The stuff on my shelf, yeah. It's all kinds of stuff. It's all kinds of stuff that kept me busy for the last years. Let me just. This is from my kids. It's from the Moana movie. It's the chicken from the, what's it called? I don't remember. My kids say they always have this. They pick characters from these movies and sort them to members of the family, and I'm the chicken. And this is DeLorean. Everybody knows that, I guess. This guy here is pretty interesting. I've had many comments about this guy. It's not my granddad or something. It's Konrad Zuse, the guy that built one of the first electronic computers. I'm not too sure if it was the first one. And this is an original autograph by the guy, and I'm really proud to have this. And then there's a Mars globe in here from the 1960s, which is really interesting as well, because people back then thought that Mars looked very, very different from what it looks like today. So look at this. That's what they thought it would look like. That's very, very different from what we see today. And that's why this globe is really, really interesting. I love it. And then the stuff in the next shelf is just basically, my mom was crazy about the Stone Age. And these are Stone Age tools. Real ones, by the way. And all that kind of stuff. Just 1 second, I'll be right back. There we go. So the flare is doing something. Hard to make out. Yeah, that's the stone tools. Oh, the hopper is venting. Nice. Look at that. Yep, it is venting. Very good. So fueling is almost done then. And then we'll see the flare going after that. And then we might see it hop. Wind has gone down further. I just checked the weather page. So we're good to go, basically. If the wire isn't loose today, we'll see it go. It's hopefully going to happen. It would be awesome if it would happen tonight. That would be just awesome. It's just amazing to see that thing. The biggest water tower in the world trying to fly. Nothing more though. Just the venting going on right now. Yep, there you go. Just the camera. It's a good idea. Let me check the Twitter again. If SpaceX has twittered anything by now. And they haven't. Nope. Nothing but the splashdown and the crew arm. Oh well, they'll tell us if they have a live stream. That would be awesome. I'll instantly switch to the... If anybody of you notices the SpaceX live stream before I do, just hit me in the chat, because that's going to be the best picture, for sure.
I have stream delay. Yes, everybody has stream delay, basically. I checked it. I tried to minimize the delay as much as possible, but even Everyday Astronaut has like 30 seconds of stream delay. You can't get lower than that, basically, because the signal has to go from the camera to the computer to the whatever internet source you're using, and then from there it's going to the YouTube servers, and then it is being broadcast to you guys, and that takes a moment. So I do have stream delay, yes. The only way you can see this live is in Boca Chica, but we're there. I say it's about 40 seconds of delay here on the, even if I say something on the camera, and then I see your chats like 20 seconds later. So yeah, there's unfortunately there's a bit of delay. I think I don't know if people will live on Mars in our generation. They will definitely visit Mars. I'm not definitely, of course not, but I believe in it, so to say, that they'll visit Mars at least. I don't know if they're gonna live there, because living there means you're staying permanently, or at least in my definition. If you say living is 2 years, yes. If you say living is 50 years, I don't know. It's really difficult to live on Mars. It really is. There's a lot of infrastructure needed and a lot of money needed. And if SpaceX can't find any industry interested in it, that's another big problem. If you don't have any money givers, we'll see. We'll see. It would be definitely exciting to have a permanent colony on Mars. Definitely. And that thing's gonna get us there. I mean, not that thing, but the thing that comes after. That's the first step. And it is venting. It's venting from the top too, which means it's topped off by now. Should see something happening soon. Flare is still off. It looks like it's still off. Let me see if I can get the Everyday Astronauts. Oh, look at that chat. I mean, see what I mean? How can he read this? All right. He's got a lot of people watching. It's crazy. Yeah, the flare is still off. At least it looks like it to me. So have to wait a little longer. But we're getting closer, that's for sure. Check the Twitter again. Anything new? Nope. Elon, did you say anything? Nope. He's probably very busy right now. Yep, there's the picture of the drone ship. Nice, in the canal. Nothing else. We'll have to wait a little longer. Okay. Hey, Honest G, very nice to have you here. That's one of those guys I definitely remember from the comment section on my videos. That's what I meant earlier. There are many people being there very frequently, and I love it. Thank you very, very much for watching my videos all the time. Yeah, the low gravity is gonna be an issue, definitely, especially over time. It's just a third of Earth gravity on Mars, which is not that much, and we're built for 1G. And so our body starts doing very crazy things when we're experiencing lower G for a longer time. It's the trip won't be that big of a problem. Many people say that half year in space going to Mars will seriously harm us. What's the guy, the astronaut that went that was on the ISS for 1 year? Mark, what was his name? Well, you know who I mean, or you're gonna write it to me in the chat pretty soon. And he didn't have that much trouble. He had hurting legs and all that kind of stuff, but the media pushed it very, very far that he was seriously Scott Kelly, exactly, and his brother Mark Kelly. There we go. That Mark Kelly stayed, exactly, and he didn't have that much trouble actually. He did a little bit of exercise and a little bit of medical, but that's basically it. So, but the longer you stay in lower G, the bigger the problems get, and on Mars you'll have to work out a lot, basically, to cope with it. Nice. Good job, Azura. It was Scott. Yep, Scott Kelly. Brave guy. Stay up there for a whole year for science, basically. Yeah, I just saw the picture of the drone ship on the Twitter. That's why I remember you telling me. Yeah, it's crazy. Welcome everybody. We're above 600 people here right now. For everybody who doesn't know me yet, this is my I'm the host of What About It, and I've started YouTube 14 weeks ago, and this is my first live stream, so don't mind me messing it up. But so far it's working. Thank you very much for tuning in, and it's great to have you here. It's just awesome. It's just amazing that everybody's watching this with me together. Yep, I heard about the brain shrinking. It's not an official thing I heard though. I heard about arteries getting bigger actually in the neck, and the retina getting thicker. That's what I heard. Permanently, chromosomes getting damaged, but they reverted back, almost all of them. So it's not that bad. I mean, smoking is worse. So I don't think that is going to be the travel is not going to be a big problem in my opinion. The staying there is definitely going to be a big problem over time. Definitely. The longer you stay on Mars, the harder it gets to survive on it. Still venting. Still no flare. Let's check the time. What's the local time? Okay, 4:30 almost. So they're within the launch window. Any time now. Bob, thank you very much. Yeah, it's the first live stream. It's crazy, and I was so afraid to do it, and now I'm really enjoying it. Thank you very much for the support, and thank you very much for joining tonight. It's awesome. It's just awesome that there's 600 people watching this together with me. It's really nice, mind blowing to me. Up, and the big vent stopped. It's still venting on top. Basically, not much more. That thing is huge, by the way. Just to give you a perspective, if you don't know, that thing has 9-meter diameter, and the engine bell. Let me see if you can see that engine bell. It's basically your head would be here if you would stand in front of it. So that thing is huge. It's going to be quite the sight to see. And today it's going to leave the plume, which is awesome. We're going to actually see something. Last time we just saw it hop out of the plume for a second, and then it went back down again. So today we should see something. That's going to be good. Thank you very much, Savage. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to stay on Earth. like I said, Mars is very hostile. There's not much to do there. Just don't underestimate it. It's gonna be very, very tough for the first people to go to Mars. Yeah, I wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't want to be one of the first people to go there. Maybe one day if Elon really. No, well, terraforming takes so long. I'm probably gonna be long gone by then. But hypothetically speaking, if he would terraform Mars, but other than that, I wouldn't want to go there. Yeah, you mean that one here? That's Konrad Zuse. I said that before. And these are, that's the Marvel and Lego section. That's the Explorer section. That's that's one of my smaller telescopes up there. I have a very, very huge telescope as well that wouldn't fit in here. So every shelf has a theme to it, basically, or roughly a theme. I like everything, every little piece that's in there. That's for sure. Yeah, you gotta click the like button if you want to get me trending. But actually, I'm happy with the with the 600 people right now. So if it gets 1,000, I'm just gonna run out screaming or something. I guess probably. It's sad to hear that you lost everybody you cared about, by the way. That's not a good thing. I've lost plenty of people in my life as well, and it's not a nice thing to happen. Definitely not. Keep it up. We're going to see the Hopper tonight. That's going to cheer you up for sure. A video explaining my shelf collection. Yeah, I could do that actually, and I could fill a video with it. That's for sure. That every little piece in there has its own little meaning and has its own story to tell. Basically, yeah, might do that. Thank you for the idea. Terraform. Yeah, that Uranus joke's never getting old, right? Thank you very much, Andrew. Very nice to have you here. Uranus jokes. And the chatbot doesn't filter it. Lucky you. Oh, I'll type it. Another space nut. Wait a second. I'll give you all my email address. Am I crazy? No typo. There you go. That's it. If you want to send me anything, send it. There have been plenty emails, and I enjoy I enjoy reading every single email. So if you've got any interesting stuff, pictures, ideas, general thoughts, spam me. I'm happy to read it. Unless it gets too much. Which is tough on some of my videos by now. Sometimes I get like 400 comments and it takes a lot of time to read all of them. I try to, honestly, but it's hard. It's getting harder, actually. But I'm always looking into stuff you've sent me, definitely. I'm an F1 fan. Yeah, I've been a bigger F1 fan in the recent 2 or 3 years. It's got a little less exciting, in my opinion, due to different reasons. But yeah, I like racing in general. My accent, I hope it's still there. It's always been like that. So, yep. maybe on live streams I have less accent. I don't know. How long to lift off? Yeah, the venting has started, 30, 45 minutes ago. And we should see the flare come up next. And after the flare has come up, maybe another 20 or 25 minutes or so. There will be sirens going 10 minutes before they plan to lift off, which is not an exact time. And then the SpaceX stream should come up. If it's the same thing as yesterday, the SpaceX stream will come up and we'll have a countdown, which is going to be the best thing we get. It's not going to be exact, but it's going to be the best estimate. So right now, it's just waiting time, basically. Wait for anything to happen. Yeah, there's a very, very, very small flare, but we should see a much larger one at one point. Valtteri Bottas. He's an insanely good driver. Definitely. We'll see. Lewis is just unbeatable right now. But this stream is not about F1, so give me questions about Starhopper. Maybe I can answer them. That would be nice. Even though I like racing. Yeah, 25 could be. We'll see. 25 would be good, actually. That would be much earlier than yesterday, where they let us wait another. But if it's the same time as yesterday, it's going to be in 1.5 hours. So prepare for some waiting. It could be longer. It's hard to tell with these prototypes. You can't set a countdown, basically. Yeah, rocket ship races. That would be something. Very nice. We already do, actually, though. Coco and Boca Chica are racing right now. So we kind of do. It's a funny thought. The next prototype is... The assembly is supposed to be done by mid-September. So... If they fly this thing in winter, I actually don't know how cold it gets in Texas in winter and if that could cause problems with the testing. But if it doesn't cause any trouble before the end of the year, definitely. Should do it. Yeah. Could definitely work. Even though there's tons of people out there saying that he'll never do it. But the prototypes are far ahead already. There's not that much stuff missing, even though it looks like it. You see that hull there. It's not empty. And fins have been delivered. If you've watched my episodes recently, talked about it. And lots of other stuff too. The big crane's already there. That's going to stack them. So, yeah. 2, maybe 3 weeks until it's assembled on the outside, and then maybe until the end of the year until it flies. Would be amazing. So it shouldn't be that much more waiting time. After this Starhopper hop today, it's going to be retired, and then it's going to be maybe another month, maybe 2, until we see the next test, if everything goes as planned. Oh, what about it? Yeah, the name just came because I thought of what about it? It's that's what the channel is about, basically. I even ask the question in the episodes. I try to give context on stuff. I don't just want to show you a picture and say that's there. I want to explain the stuff, and the question to that is what about it? That's why the channel is called What About It. Yeah. NASA's whole Artemis program is difficult story, basically. We'll have to see how that turns out. I'm not expecting anything. I really, really hope they're gonna pull through with it, even though SLS is not reusable and everything. It's still great works of engineer, and it teaches people how to build rockets. It gets people interested in it. SpaceX will manage anyway, so don't worry about them. There's lots of people saying, but if NASA would give the money to SpaceX, what could they do? They won't anyway. It's taxpayers' money, and they won't give that to SpaceX. So let them do their stuff. The science department is awesome at NASA, and the crew flight is the biggest problem is that SLS is not reusable. They should have really, really, really thought about that twice. But still, nonetheless, if it flies, I'm going to be broadcasting it. That's for sure. It's going to be a hell of a sight. Yeah, Super Heavy is going to be more dangerous to test, first of all. So we'll see how they do that with the FAA. If they have problems with that little hopper, we'll see how that goes, basically. It's going to be more dangerous, more difficult, many more engines to control at the same time. Yeah. It's not going to be a 20-meter hop, though. I'm pretty sure they're going to let that fly higher. It is for protecting the concrete. It might do a little bit with the shock waves, but it's just not enough water to do. I couldn't think that I wouldn't think that it mitigates the sound waves that much. So I think it's blast protection for the pad. That's just I saw only one rainbird going directly under the engine, so I don't think that's for sound protection. It's blast protection for the pad. Maybe a little sound protection. I don't know, but I really don't think so. Yep, SLS is very expensive. That's for sure. Jared, I don't think that BFRs or starships will ever become as common as airplanes, because airplanes are proven. Airplanes are very, very efficient and reliable. There might be different ways of different engine concepts for planes, but it's just a very, very nice thing to use aerodynamics for flight. It makes it very, very efficient. It's not as fast as a Starship point-to-point travel or whatever there's going to come in the future, but it is very efficient. So I'm guessing that airplanes will stick around for a long time and will probably always be more airplanes in the sky than starships. But nonetheless, it's an amazing concept of using a starship for transportation on the Earth. I would do that if it's safe. Finesse of Starship, wing. Definitely finesse of the Starship. The Super Heavy is gonna be very, very impressive at launch. It's gonna be that awe thing when you see it go up. Nonetheless, Starship is gonna enable us do things we can't really imagine right now, in my opinion. Not even the Mars colony, which is insane, but imagine science missions with a Starship payload capacity. Imagine a James Webb telescope 3 times the size of the James Webb telescope and stuff like that. There are very, very interesting concepts for orbital telescopes to actually see exoplanets if they were only big enough. And with a Starship, we might be able to do that. So that's the most interesting thing for me on Starship is the payload capacity. It's just insane. If it really does what it's supposed to do, it's gonna be crazy what we can do with that. Yep. Earth to Earth SSTO. Yep, that's the plan. No booster. It won't need a booster for the Earth to Earth transport, but the Earth to Earth transport has a lot of problems, in my opinion. Sound, reliability, how many people are actually going to be willing to step into a rocket to get from New York to Sydney. We'll have to see about that. It is an awesome concept, and if it works, I'm going to be amazed. But we'll see about that. I think it is far away still, to say the least. So it's not going to happen within the next year, in my opinion, or something like that, or even in the next 2 or 3 years. It's going to take a long time until Starship is deemed safe enough to be used for point-to-point transportation on the ground. I gotta scroll. You guys type too fast. Let me see. Wait a second. There we go. They could be, yes. The whole deflector, orbital sun deflector thing is very interesting, and I might do an episode about that, about the possibilities that we actually have of terraforming on Mars, realistic concepts, not stuff like Star Trek, because it actually is possible to terraform a planet. It takes a long time, but it is possible, and I'm thinking about making an episode about that. Yep, definitely. ASCII. Starship will have, I think, even more than 2 variants. Definitely a cargo variant, a person transport variant for the ground, an astronaut transport for space, a tanker. That's going to be definitely different than the cargo version to put more fuel in. So there are going to be plenty versions of Starship, which is exactly what Starship is supposed to do. So we can expect a lot of stuff going on the whole Starship program. If we see that hop today, we're one step closer to something very, very exciting. Starship has possibilities. Like I said, I think we can't imagine right now. It's going to be crazy if it works. And I hope it does. I did watch Kurzgesagt's Skyhook video, and it was beautiful. I love Kurzgesagt anyway. It's a really, really nice channel, and they're doing awesome work with the animations and with the research. Basically, it's just awesome. I wish they would put out more videos, like once a week or something. But on that level, it is really hard to do, probably. Yep, they're very nice for the email. Another space nut. I actually would need another researcher because it's a lot of work. So yeah, I'll get in touch. I'll read and write back. Thank you very much. Again, Rolf, Starship will be able to get into orbit without a super heavy, just without any payload and without any fuel left, so it won't make any sense. So theoretically, yes, and practically, they'll never do it, I'm pretty sure. Yep, everybody listen to another Space Nut. Well put. A like is free and helps. The more you like the stream, the more it gets pushed up by the YouTube algorithm, the more people can see what you can see right now. So if you want others to join in, smash the like button. That's the best you can do. It helps. Thank you very much, by the way. It's crazy. We're at 780 people, and I'm amazed. Thank you very, very much for everybody who just recently joined in. This is the What About It live stream. If you don't know the channel, go check it out. And thank you very, very much again for showing up tonight. This is awesome. This is just far more than I expected. This is my first live stream. I've never done a live stream before, so I was pretty afraid before I turned on the camera, but it's working out. And I'm really happy that you all joined me and that we're watching this together right now. It's going to be up the flare goes. There you go. Very nice. So one step closer. And it's out again. There we go. Okay, yep, there we go. That's definitely a big flare. That's what I meant in the beginning. That little bit of flare flame was just the pre-igniter. So the methane that leaks out getting ignited, but that's the flare we were waiting for. So we're one step closer. Let me check the Twitter again if there is anything from SpaceX on a SpaceX stream, because that would be really, really awesome. Let me check. 12 seconds. Guys, I'm fast. Look at that. 12 seconds ago, SpaceX posted the live stream, and we're going to go live right now. There we go. If I click this button, and if I move over here, and we're really, really fast with that. There you go. And over to the other side, and look at that, how very few people are still watching it. When I pulled it over, it was 100 people. So we're very, very close, and it's 7 minutes to go. Can you imagine? That is good. Very nice. They are much earlier today than yesterday. So I caught the tweet at 12 seconds, by the way. That is really, really good. Nice. Yeah, it looks exactly the same as yesterday. We'll see. Yeah, as always, the test schedule is fluid and subject to change. That's what I said earlier. This clock is just very rough estimate. If it's yesterday, it stopped at 2 minutes and waited for another 2 or 3 minutes because they probably had a go no go and all that kind of stuff can happen. So this is a rough estimate, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Very nice. That is awesome. Very, very, very nice. Let me check something real quick. Yeah. Oh, I can go up here. That is better. There we go. If the stream gets any choppy or anything, just tell me in advance. And yeah, I know. I got it already pulled up. Just watch it. There's the stream. If the stream gets, like I said, if the stream gets any choppy or anything, just tell me. I'll try to fix it. Even though this is my first live stream, so bear with me as always. So yeah, there we go. Good clear picture. And I'm wondering if the by the way, I was wondering this yesterday, that if you look at it, the camera on the left is shaking slightly. See that? Is that a drone? That's what I was wondering yesterday. So if the hopper takes off, is that thing gonna follow? Could be. It's shaking like yesterday. And if it was mounted, it would shake. Yeah, it is a drone, right? Or a huge zoom lens. That could be, yeah. That could definitely be. But then wouldn't there be more atmospheric distortion? There's slightly little bit of atmospheric distortion, yeah. Oh no. We'll see. Would be nice if it was a drone. All right, 4 minutes 30 to go. Guys, we're getting there. This is insane. I hope it's gonna fly tonight. Really do hope. I'm sorry. I'm busy staring at this. I'm gonna try to do some more. Maybe it's wind, but if it's mounted firmly, it shouldn't be shaking because of the wind. The other cam on the hopper is not shaking because of the wind. And La Padre's cam, by the way, is shaking because it's on a thin pole, as I remember, and there's no other way to set it up. So that's why it's sometimes shaking. But SpaceX should be able to do better than that. So on a big tower, no drone. Okay, fair enough. Hopefully it's gonna track. Maybe we should. I'll keep that stream. It's definitely gonna get the best view for sure. Hopefully it's gonna track though. Other than that, we have the cam on the thruster, so that should do the trick. And actually, how high is it gonna go? Well, the hopper itself is 30 meters. So that should be 5 times hopper height. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It should be enough. Maybe not completely. 1, 2, 3, 4. It could go out the top, maybe, but we'll see. It's probably gonna track anyway. Yeah, 10-second is good though. 10-second delay is very, very good for a YouTube stream. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna try to reduce it though for the future live streams that are to come, because this is really nice. And thank you again for joining me. And there we go. It's venting more. Hopefully it's gonna fly. Hopefully it's gonna fly. I don't want to see anything like yesterday. Seriously, don't want it. I want to see this hot tonight. So we got the 2-minute freeze, as predicted. It's probably the go no go they are doing right now, and then it should continue. Yeah, it's getting midnight, but I don't feel the time right now. This is so exciting. It's the same thing as yesterday. I was pumped and then nothing happened. So we'll see if it's gonna fly today. Okay. Still just venting. And the countdown is frozen. Let me put that. Wait a second. I'm gonna do this and this, and then I'm gonna make this smaller, because you really don't have to see me. I'm gonna be that stamp in the corner so you can see everything. There you go. Did you see that translate? By the way, this is the first time I did this. All of this is the first time I did this. So did it get smaller? No, I'm based in Germany. Yes, YouTube is my current full-time job. Even though it doesn't pay me as a full-time job, I just love doing it, and we're financially secured. So why not use the time and try to turn a long time dream into my full-time job with a good pay. So still at 2 minutes. Put the sound on. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Wait a second. I'm going to try to do that. There we go. You hear the sound? Yes, you do. Okay. If there's any trouble with the sound, tell me. I'm going to mute my microphone then. It should fix it. Actually, in fact, I'm going to... This is so exciting. Why is this not going away? There you go. Better. When the clock continues, I'm going to mute my microphone so you can fully enjoy the show, and you're going to see me in the corner screaming and yelling if it explodes. Let me put these on it. There we go. Now I can hear it. Sound is good. Very nice. Hey guys, thank you for the super chat. Still frozen on the 2 minutes. Barry, thank you very, very much for the support. Very much. All right. My live comment is good. All right. Tell me in the chat if you want me to do the live comment, or if you want to be left alone with me waving madly in the corner. A little shaken. By the way, there's nothing bad happening right now. For those who don't know, that's just ice falling off. Everything's good. All right. Looks like you want me to keep talking. Greetings back. Close neighbor. It was. Oh, Thomas, nice. Good evening. I think it was stuck for about the same time. It's just a go no go. I honestly I don't remember actually because it's venting out of the engine. Did it do that yesterday? I don't remember. There we go. All right. All right. Everything looks nominal so far. $127 counting. Damn, this is exciting. That's water. That's just normal water under it. Puddle of water is my guess. Elon tweeted a go. Very nice. Damn. Under a minute. Rainbird's going on. Looks nominal to me. But it did yesterday, so. Please do it tonight. Oh, it's the same thing as yesterday. I just can't look at it. 10. There we go. Come on. Checking the gimbal and do it. Ah, we got ignition. Got ignition. There we go. Switch to a different camera. Perfect. Oh my god. That looked like a clean hop to me, everybody. Beautiful. 57 seconds, maybe a little less. Oh, wow. That was awesome. Let me, real quick. There we go. They switched it. Perfect camera. Oh my god, look at that steaming. Oh, wow. What a show. Awesome. Do you see the reaction thruster is firing? Very nice controlled flight. Awesome. It did it. And that was the final hop. We're never going to see it again. Awesome. Just beautiful. Look at that. It did it. It did it. Woo! Everybody, very nice. Look at that. That's a drone there now. Definitely is.
Nice. And no leaking like last time. Nothing. Clean hop. Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. There's a small fire going there in the middle. That shouldn't be a problem. Beautiful. Just beautiful. What, you guys want to see that again? I guess their live broadcast is down. All right, yeah. Let's just do this again. This is just. Let me just do this again. Wait a sec. There we go. Oh, why is it not letting me do that? Why is it not letting me do that? I want to wait. Don't want to wait 21. Why is it not letting me do that? No, it doesn't want to let me do that. It lets me do it like this. But it doesn't let me do that like this. Let me see. There we go. All right, let's see this again. This is awesome. This is awesome. I'm sorry, I'm not reading the chat right now. I'm gonna scroll up again. Let's do this. Let's do this again. One more time. I've just turned down the volume a little bit so you can actually hear me talk. Look at that. Nice controlled gimbal. Good flight path. And high up. Very nice. Control thrusters. Everything just smooth. Look at that. And that's what I meant earlier with the Super Heavy. Not being that difficult to construct because they got the tech. It's just more engines, basically. And bigger. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Very, very nice. Yeah, very accurate landing. Highlander, perfect. Really, really nice. What a sight to watch. Really, really good. Amazing. Bravo, SpaceX. Bravo. Very, very, very good. Damn, that's gonna be a good episode. I'm definitely gonna do a summary about that on an episode. That is just lovely. Very nice. And it's right in the circle. I mean, look at that. There's this thin circle. That's beautiful. Just perfect. And that's what I meant with the Super Heavy. It's not gonna be that difficult to do that, I think. I hope, at least. All right, let me real quick scroll through the chat, and I'm gonna pause this. Really quick look at the Lab Padre. How do we do this? This is still, there we go. Okay, that's just steaming there. Okay, let me real quick read the chat here. If anybody had a question. Yeah, it's just, it was just amazing. I agree with you guys. It was amazing. That was just, I'm pumped right now. Beautiful. Very, very good. Very, very, very good. Yeah, very, very accurate. Hopefully the FAA will have less trouble green lighting the Super Heavy. The Super Heavy is going to be much bigger though, so we'll see. The streamlining process will take time. Everybody who's looked at the website, I had it in a link on my episode. All the big partners have already sent back their replies to the FAA wanting to streamline the process, and there were good and bad replies, so it's going to take a long time until they figure that out. So we'll see about the Super Heavy, but this is tonight's about the Hopper. This is that was it, guys. So beautiful, just amazing. You guys want to see that again? Let me just real quick pull that up again. That was just awesome.
Let me see here. There we go. That was just awesome. There we go. Let's do this. Oh, this is good. I mean, look at that. Okay, if for the next hour I'm just gonna watch this again and again, I'm really sorry, guys. This is just... And the camera, the SpaceX does such a beautiful job presenting this kind of stuff. It's just flawless. Beautiful. Look at that. It's a flying water tower. Just brilliant. It's leaking a little bit out of the bottom, but that could just be cold surface. It's just perfect. The slight roll maybe was intended, but it sure doesn't look like it caused a problem. Good throttling and perfect sync rate, and there you go, touchdown. It's just, it was... Who could have done that better? Just awesome. Yeah, beautiful shock diamonds. I agree. Beautiful. Let's see that. Let's see those shock diamonds again. That's actually a pretty good one. Look at that. See these? These. I gotta stay here. These are shock diamonds. For anybody who doesn't know, that's because of. I don't exactly understand it. It's just because of the shock waves inside the exhaust. That's causing these points of where it culminates basically, and that's producing these diamonds, and it just looks awesome. Look at that. Guys, we just saw this. Can you imagine? It's just awesome. It's just brilliant. Very, very, very nice. Very, very nice. I can't stop smiling. All right, I'm gonna pull up the Lab Padre stream again. So maybe. Oh wait, I got it. I'm not gonna do that mistake again. In the beginning of the stream, I had the problem. There we go. And I'm not gonna do that again. No audio problems tonight anymore. So I'm gonna put that to life. And if anybody has questions or something you want to ask me, because it's past midnight over here, so I'm gonna stream for a while, but I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. So if you got questions, if you got anything you want to talk about, anything you saw maybe in the broadcast that you wanna point out or something, shoot it. Now's the time. What do you mean? Yeah, the frequency rattles the engine. And Scott Manley once said that if you'd have a camera doing enough FPS, you could actually look at the vibration rates inside the engine and stuff like that just from looking at the footage, which is awesome in my opinion. I didn't know that before he mentioned that. Yep, see you later, Matthew. Very nice for joining. Thank you very, very much for being here. And we just went above 1,000. Thank you very much for joining. If you leave now, because the hop is over, click that like button. It helps. Everybody who's leaving, first click the like button. Thank you very much for joining, and it's awesome. What's next and when? Yeah. Next is the Starship presentation, the thing we've been waiting for so long. It's been delayed until mid-September. It's going to be, the Starship prototypes are first to be assembled. So fins, Raptors, and what was the third one? There was they got to be assembled completely so we can present them basically. So my guess is they won't differ from the final concept that much, maybe. I don't know. We'll see at the presentation. So that's next. And then after the presentation comes super heavy construction, which is underway right now. They already have rings in Cocoa.
I don't see anything in Boca Chica yet, but they have the ring segments in Coco already out, which you can see in one of my episodes. There was a nice aerial view of what was his name, Wing Cop. I don't remember that. Beautiful channel, by the way. Check him out. So that's gonna happen, and then the prototypes are gonna be flying next. That's my best guess. There's no schedule yet, so we'll see. Just rough estimates. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Nice explanation, Eski. Thank you with the shock diamonds. It's the pressure of the atmosphere, and it's probably also to do with supersonic. The exhaust gas is supersonic, so it produces these shock waves, and the pressure of the atmosphere is trying to come in again, and the shock wave is building this snake-like look, and in the center points, it builds these shock diamonds, which it's always awesome. Haida, Hungary. Hungaria from Germany. I can give my email again. Of course I can. And there you go. If you got any questions, anything, any advice, anything you want to tell me, just type it and I'll make sure to read it. I tend to read a lot, comments and stuff like that, so I can probably take these off too. I tend to read as many comments as I can. I'm very, very active on our Discord server, so if you wanna join that, become a patron. It's $1 access per month, so it's not that much, and I'm active there, producing episodes and stuff like that. So I listen to you guys if you have got any improvements, because I'm pretty new to this, especially live streaming. But it worked out and we had a big smile. That's what this evening was about. Thank you, Wing, very, very much for the support. Very nice. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna keep this in English, so I'm gonna answer to you in English, Laker. I hope you understand it. I guess you do. What we learned from this stream, from this event today, is that the Raptor engine works, not just on a short 30-second burn. It throttles properly. The gimbal worked. The reaction control system, of course, it's from the Falcon rockets, worked. So we can put a lot of checks on all kinds of different things. That's why SpaceX did this test. It's basically just to rule out possible problems for the next step. That's how testing works. You have a prototype, you test it, you make little checks, you make the next bigger prototype, and that's basically what this test achieved today. We can go on to the Starship prototypes, which is going to be even more amazing because they have at least 3 Raptors. So what we've learned is basically that the Raptor engine performs. Everything else on Starhopper was just a dummy. It's a big water tower, basically. That's why it was built by a water tower company, because they could do it, basically. You didn't need a rocket scientist for this. It was a test bed for the Raptor engine, and it performed well. It had very, very precise landing, so everything works, basically. We'll just have to see if it works and works and works. So the next tests are going to be longer, higher, bigger, 5,000 meters in the end to orbit, just to see if the Raptor can do it. Don't expect the prototype to be full-fledged. It's just going to be a test bed as the Starhopper. Yeah, you're very, very welcome, and love back to India. Thanks for watching from India. It's amazing. Thank you very much. And it needs 1 Raptor to land, exactly. But that Raptor has to perform, and that's the thing they're testing, basically. Let me, that's my phone, by the way, doing a Game Boy sound, because you're sending me emails. Thank you very much, guys. Very, very nice. I'm going to set this to be quiet right now, so I can do some more questions. If you got questions, shoot it. Has Elon commented on what? Elon comments a lot of stuff. What do you mean? Yeah, SpaceX is basically overwhelmed with the attention, pretty much. I'm pretty sure. Even though I love that they're streaming this. Yesterday, Tim Dodd said something I don't agree with. Actually, he said that the SpaceX public relations department or whatever he said is probably not okay with us streaming this. They are. I am pretty sure they are. This is the best PR they can get. It is for free. They just have the drone and 2 or 3 cameras, and everybody's watching it. I mean, look at it. Still 700 people. The hop is long gone, and Everyday Astronaut probably has 10,000s of people watching this, and that's the best thing that can happen to SpaceX. So they are smart, as always. It is very, very uncommon to let people watch it, but it can have its very, very good effects, as you can see. I mean, we're screaming and cheering, and that's perfect for SpaceX and perfect for us. So win-win. Very, very nice. Exactly. I agree. Rocket Lab is building a launch facility in the U.S., but they have a big assembly facility in New Zealand, so they're gonna stay there. They're not planning to permanently move away from New Zealand. Okay, I could play the clip again, because the Lab Padre stream is the Lab Padre stream for when they build stuff, but we got something better right now. So let me pull that up again, and let's see if we can see something we haven't seen yet, but it was just basically flawless in my opinion. So let's do this again. This is the scrub from yesterday. So let me if I still got that somewhere. That is Lab Padre. Where do I got it? There, I got it. There we go. Let's pull that up again and see if we can see something we haven't seen yet, but it was just flawless in my opinion. I just saw normal stuff. All right, this is 56 seconds before. I'll just let this run again. I'll deactivate the volume, or just let it go very slow, very silent. But that's it's just awesome. Yeah, it's a good thing they are expanding, definitely. But they're going to keep the main facilities in New Zealand. They are planning big things with the recovery, and I'm pretty sure they're developing that in New Zealand. I would love to go there to see the Rocket Lab facilities, because that thing is very innovative, very nice. Yeah. The presentation, again, the SpaceX presentation is just awesome. Letting us see this is very, very unusual. You will never see this from any ULA test article or something. You might see a strapped down solid booster, but everything they can cover, they cover. So they keep it behind closed doors. And this is just unusual. It's beautiful. Sadly, the engine cam did cut out. It didn't do that last time. Might be that Elon uploads it later on. That could be interesting. Look at that thing balancing. Why is it balancing that much? Is that maybe because the tanks are not evenly shifted? Evenly balanced? See that in the beginning? Wait, let me pull that back a little bit. When it exits the plume, see how it's like really left, right. See that? The movement? But it's beautiful. How it does it is just amazing. It's super stable, even though it was balancing. Very nice. Rambo, thank you for the super chat. Very nice. Thank you very, very much. That is just flawless. Look at that. I'm gonna watch this thing another 10 times probably tomorrow. I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing a summary. I'm like I said, I'm gonna do an episode about this. Maybe see if I can research some more, but from the outside, this just looked like the perfect thing to me. It landed on the spot. It just took off, flew over, and landed on the spot.
There's nothing more to say to this. There's no problem, no trouble, no nothing I could spot. Maybe a little bit shaky in the beginning, but it did a flawless job of balancing it out. Even the feet. Last time we had crushed feet on the hopper. This looked good. There's some piece laying there, but other than that, it's on spot. It's just beautiful. There we go. There's nothing more to say about this. SpaceX did a brilliant job today. Flawless. Just awesome. All right. Any more questions? Anything more you want to ask me? While I'm still there. What's my favorite color? Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's blue. See, I'm answering my own questions. You got to keep me busy, guys. Let me try to get into that conversation there. You're too busy with each other. Yeah, I'll definitely watch Tim's stream later as well to see if there's anything else we can see on that. But look at Tim's video. Look at Tim's video. What about it? What's with Tim's video? Everything's good on Tim's video. It's just a hopper. Everything's good. Let me get that up again a bit. But it looks good. I had trouble tuning into Tim's stream. But now it seems to be good. It's not live though. There we go. That's live. Oh, all good. All good. Maybe a little bit fire burning on the side. I spotted that already. But that's not going to be a big trouble. Not like last time, because last time it was on the front. Remember, it crawled towards the camera from this perspective, and this time it's just these little spots in the back. So hopefully they're just gonna extinguish them, and all good. Just amazing. I do. I will. That's a good idea, Jared. I'll draw a vertical line, and we'll see if they shift. If we can spot anything. It's awesome. A tank flew off. Seriously? Let me see that. When did that happen? Let me see. I totally didn't see it in the. Where is it? There's the launch. All right, let's tune in again. This time it's the Everyday Astronaut stream. This should be rather close to takeoff. Let's see. Tank flew off. 100-meter insurance. Yeah, I hope they're not gonna get in trouble with insurances. That's just stupid. I mean, it's necessary, but it's just hindering things. We just want this to continue. Where's the tank? Where's the tank? Where's the tank? Everything looks good. One of the top tanks? One of the reaction control thruster tanks? The nitrogen tanks? Didn't spot anything. Under the landing? What do you mean? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll go back again a little bit. To the right, okay. That's just beautiful. Don't see anything yet. Flying off to the side. Nope. It looked after landing. Yeah, it looked good to me though. I don't know. Maybe I'll find it in the analysis. Oh, there we go. Yup, there we go. That looked like a reaction control thruster nitrogen tank. That is interesting. Thanks for pointing it out. Let's see that again. There we go. Yep, there it goes. Okay, yep, yeah, that looks like a reaction control thruster tank to me. There are no other, yeah, that's from the top. All right, nice, thanks for pointing it out. I saw it, I knew it. Yeah, good eyes, very nice, very nice. It was after the hop, that is good. That is definitely good, but it must have come loose, yeah. Nice. Thanks for pointing it out. I didn't see it. Honestly, didn't see it. See that again. It must be somewhere here. There, it's still in the air, and then it comes. There it goes. There it goes. Very nice. Yep, and it crash landed. Cool. Thank you. Thanks for pointing it out. Very nice. Let's go to wait. Oh, let's go to live again. Let's see if there's. He's already got. No, he's there. He's still there. Nope, he's gone. Is he there? Nope, he's gone. Scott Manley. Am I the only one being live still? That Padre is always live. There we go. Okay, let me read into the chat real quick, and then I'm probably gonna end this thing. Let's do another round of questions. Gotta scroll up so I see everybody who said something. Move my camera? Oh, no, you should. Was it covered? Seriously? Was it seriously covered? Wait a second. There we go. I'm in the upper left. Let's do this again. Nope, that's not it. Wait a second. This is it. Lots of tabs open here right now. Can you see it on this one? You should be able to see it on this one, right? It should, it should be. Maybe. Maybe we can see it on the top. Nah, it goes into the plane. Yeah, nope. Maybe you won't be able to see it on this one. Alright, let's pull out the other one again. There, yeah, but he's not live anymore. There we go. I gotta reload this real quick. We're watching a commercial. Everybody's got to earn money. There we go. And that's after the test. We're already talking for so long. It's crazy. There we go. Nice. That was nice. Seeing before and after. There we go. Okay, now I'm not anywhere near any obstruction. There you go. Now you should be able to see it clearly. There he goes. Come on, come on. Quite a bit after it landed. Crazy. Yep. There we go. That's going to make it into the episode. That's for sure. Nice. All right. Yeah, the problem is that I looked at the other... I've got a monitor over there, and there was no overlay there. And I should have looked here. I'm sorry. But I'm learning. It's the first stream. So... Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely, I'm gonna look into that for the episode. Definitely gonna look into that. All right, guys. A few more questions for me. If not, I'm gonna go offline now because it is very, very late, and I stayed up until, I don't know, 2 in the morning yesterday, and I slept for 4 hours because I had to get my son into school, and he gets up early. So I'm pretty tired right now. Just a bit. I'm going to listen for it if I can hear it. That would be awesome. Definitely. Yeah, there should be very little pressure left. You saw it steaming, but it's from the reaction control thrusters. And it's just nitrogen in there, nothing flammable. So it didn't cause any danger, I guess. And it was after landing, crazily. After landing. Yeah. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to look into the camera for this. You can't possibly imagine how I feel right now. This was my first live stream. Over 1,000 people at one point is just awesome. I'm gonna do this more often because I like it. Actually, it's a very nice way to get in contact with you guys, and I love getting in contact with everybody. That's why I'm always constantly checking the comments and all that kind of stuff. So if you wanna get in contact with me, just write a comment. That's basically enough. I'm reading them. I'm not always answering. Sometimes it's too many, but I love reading them. I love answering them, and yeah. This is just awesome. The live stream was really, really nice. Thank you very much for the super chats. If anybody of you is still there who did a super chat, it is much appreciated. It's the same thing as being a patron, and it helps a lot. So yeah, thank you very much for joining. And I'll try to turn this off with dignity. I got something prepared. So thank you, and see you later, and have a good night, and tune in on the next episode. Thank you very, very, very much.